लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग ऑन करके रिकॉर्डिंग को ऑन कर दीजिए, एडमिन महोदय। मैडम हर्षदीप, आप रेडी हैं?
यस सर।
जी। राजमाता विजयराजे सिंधिया कृषि विश्वविद्यालय ग्वालियर द्वारा आयोजित एग्रीकल्चर इन फ्यूचर एंड फ्यूचर इन एग्रीकल्चर, भविष्य में कृषि एवं कृषि में भविष्य, जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय ट्रेनिंग हमारा विश्वविद्यालय माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर अरविंद कुमार शुक्ला सर के सफल नेतृत्व एवं मार्गदर्शन में आयोजित कर रहा है, उसके 12वें दिन मैं माननीय कुल सचिव रानी लक्ष्मीबाई केंद्रीय कृषि विश्वविद्यालय का हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। और लेक्चर के लिए जो ओपनिंग रिमार्क की परंपरा हम लोगों ने शुरू करी है, मैडम हर्षदीप आप उसको स्टार्ट करके सर का लेक्चर प्रारंभ करें, आग्रह है।
Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, and my fellow beings, good evening to one and all. Myself, Harshdeep Kaur, your host for today. I welcome you all. So, we are having our esteemed speaker, Dr. Mukesh Srivastava, Registrar of Rani Lakshmi Bai Central Agriculture University, Jhansi, with us today. Before starting, I would like to give a brief introduction of Sir. He received his PhD in plant pathology from CSAU ANT Kanpur. With over 25 years of experience in the field of agriculture, Dr. Srivastava has published more than 140 research papers, 14 books and manuals, 8 book chapters with 3 patents. Dr. Srivastava has supervised 18 MSc theses and 5 PhD theses as an advisor. He has also handled 13 projects, including projects on the development of interactive multimedia teaching modules on plant pathology, the use of eco-friendly methods for controlling seed-borne transmission of diseases, and the exploration and exploitation of trichoderma as an antagonist against soil-borne pathogens, etc. In addition, he has developed 10 modules on topics such as mycology, phytobacteriology, plant disease diagnosis, phytonematology, beginning of new life, sugarcane diseases, diseases of sugar beet, culture media, physical and chemical activities of food utilization in human and human nutrition. He is a member of editorial board of more than 30 reports and bulletins. He has also received numerous honors and awards, including the Meritorious Scientist Award by Society of Plant Protection Sciences, Fellow of Indian Phytopathological Society by IERI New Delhi, Young Scientist Award by Society for Recent Development in Agriculture for outstanding contribution in field of plant pathology, and many more. He is also a recipient of Azad Krishi Samman 2013 by CSAU ANT Kanpur. He has held numerous administrative positions throughout his career. He has also been involved in a number of infrastructure development projects at Rani Lakshmi Bai Central Agriculture University, Jhansi. He has successfully completed the recruitment process for various positions, conducted numerous meetings, visited different countries to present the research papers. So we are grateful to have you here, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Harshdeep Kaur, ma'am.
इसकी शेयर करने के लिए वो दे दीजिए, स्क्रीन शेयर। नहीं, अभी ये स्क्रीन शेयर है ना।
Is it visible now?
हाँ सर, विजिबल है। इसको पीपीटी मोड पे आप कृपया करवा दें तो ये बड़ा हो जाएगा सर।
पीपीटी मोड ही है ये।
It is already on PPT mode.
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, विजिबल है।
Okay, first of all, I really thank you and the Honorable Vice Chancellor Rajmata Vijay Raje Scindia Krishi Vishwavidyalaya for giving me this opportunity to interact to you people and so many who are just seeing me online. And once again, thank you for all those who are associated with this kind of online lectures. And it is very much appreciated. So the assignment you people have allotted to us is the biopesticides future prospects. So you know what is the need for the using biopesticide? It is related with the ever increasing population. So as you know that the world population is crossing 8 billion right now, and the India's this country's population is also increasing at an alarming rate. So if we go through the population across the world, of the different continents, Asia, Africa, Europe, everywhere the population is increasing and the food crisis is increasing day by day. And it has become very difficult now to feed our ever-growing population. If you compare these three big countries, China, India, and US, in just a span of 30 years from 1990 to 2022, and again after 30 years in 2050, we are expecting that we will cross the China. And right now, for only just next year, we are expecting that India would cross the China's population as the world most populous country in 2024, with each counting more than 1.4 billion residents this year. A United Nations report said, warning that high fertility would challenge the economic growth. Connected to this, if we come to the point global food production, to feed this ever-increasing population, definitely it has increased by 53% between 2000 to 2019, hitting a record high of 9.4 billion tons in 2019. And half of the global primary crop production is made up of just 4 crops, the sugarcane, maize, wheat, and rice. And out of these 4 crops, India ranks second in these 3 crops in sugarcane, rice, and wheat. Of course, in potato also, but we are not considering potato as a major staple in this country. So out of these 4 major crops, India ranks second in terms of production. If we come to the agriculture, food management, from food security to national security, which is our prime concern.
सर स्लाइड मूव नहीं हो रही है, जो स्लाइड्स है ना वो मूव नहीं हो रही है सर, फर्स्ट पेज ही आ रहा है केवल।
Just 1 minute.
हाँ,
अभी सेकंड हुआ कि नहीं हुआ सर?
नहीं हुआ सर।
नहीं हो रही है।
हाँ।
देखिए जरा स्लाइड मूव क्यों नहीं हो रही?
हो गई।
नहीं उस पे नहीं हो रही कह रहे हैं।
नहीं सर, यहाँ नहीं सर, यहाँ नहीं दिख रहा है सर, मूव नहीं हो रही है। काफी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के मैसेज आ रहे हैं मुझे पर्सनली कि स्लाइड इज नॉट मूविंग, स्लाइड इज नॉट मूविंग।
जस्ट 1 मिनट।
जी। अब सर मूव हो रही है, अब मूव हो रही है।
एक सेकंड चेक करके देख लूं मैं।
अब देखिए,
देख लो सर, देख लो।
नहीं हो रही अभी।
दिखाई दे रहा है मूविंग।
देखो मूव हो रही है, अब हो रही है, अब सर हो रही है मूव। हेलो अंकुर जी।
सर पहले हो रही थी, अब नहीं हो रही है सर।
अभी नहीं हो रही है?
नहीं हो रही है।
क्या दिक्कत है?
आपको अब यहाँ नहीं हो रही।
एक्चुअली ये कुछ एक सेकंड। अब बोलिए, दिखाई दे रही है?
अब दिखाई दे रही सर?
हाँ सर, मूव करिए आप सर, मूव करिए बस।
अब हो रही?
हाँ हो रही, अब मूव हो रही है
ठीक
सर।
है, ठीक है,
एक
थैंक
और
यू।
मूव कर लीजिए सर प्लीज, एक और मूव कर लीजिए सर। हाँ सर, बिल्कुल डन, डन सर,
चलिए।
बिंदास। जी
Sorry, there was some error. We could not find it.
जी सर, ये टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस ऑनलाइन पेडागोगी में होती है सर, कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर।
Thank
जी
you
जी
very much. Now we were discussing about the ever-growing population, and we were giving the example of the three most populated nations in the world, and China, India, and the US. And as I've already spoken that in coming 30 years, from 1990 to 2022, the India has almost reached to the China's population, and definitely will cross after 1 year or like so. And if we are expecting that India's population will be more than 1.668 million by the 2050, much ahead than the China. So with each counting more than 1.4 billion residents this year, a United Nations report said, warning that high fertility would be the challenge economic growth. So this is related with the agriculture production, because we have to feed our stomach. So the ever increasing population, certainly we need more food. And if we definitely not only this country, but all the countries have increased their food production, and the primary crops increase in the country like India. The primary crops increased by 53% between 2000 to 2019, hitting a record high of 9.4 billion tons in 2019. And half of the global primary crop production is made up of just 4 crops: sugarcane, maize, wheat, and rice. And out of these 4 major crops, India ranks second in the production of sugarcane, rice, and wheat. And of course in potato also, but we are not we are not going to add this potato as a main staple of the Indian population. So the food management is important. From food security to national security is concerned. The MSP for all the mandated crops have been fixed by the government at 1.5 times of all India weighted average of the cost of production since 2018. There is a continued growth in the institutional credit to the agriculture sector, and this is a record high of 315.7 million tons of food produced in India in 2021-22. We are expecting more than 322 million tons this year, and 11.3 crore farmers covered under PM Kisan for financial support. And another point is the post-harvest support and community farms via sanction of 13,681 crores under AIF and the National Agriculture Market Scheme, covering 1.7 crore farmers and 2.39 lakh traders. So all these are concerned with the farming community for increasing Indian agriculture production. So definitely the government has taken major steps for improving the situation. So far the achievement is concerned, if you compare it to the from 1951 to 2022-23, definitely in every commodity, every crop, and every sector, there has been significant increase. If we can take example of fruit greens, there were there is a 6.4 times increase in the production. In case of the pulses, it is 3.3, oilseeds 7.7, cotton 11.5, sugarcane 8.2, and horticulture in general, covering the vegetables and all fruits, it is more than 13.7 times increase. So for the milk production is concerned, it is 11.7 times increase, and fish production is 21.6. Alarming situation is for this other productions. So far the eggs are concerned, the total production has gone 127 times, and in case of milk, it is 16.2 times increase. So this shows that we have made tremendous progress in all fields, whether it is a crops, or it is horticulture, or it is a milk, or it is a fish or egg or meat, whatever it is concerned. India has made progress in all spheres of edible items. And this is not because of one thing. This has been brought by so many revolutions. So blue revolution, if you can think of it is for fish. There was a brown revolution brought for leather, golden revolution for fruit and honey, then green revolution for food grains, gray revolution for fertilizer, pink revolution for onion, red revolution for meat, tomato, silver revolution for egg and poultry, white revolution for milk and dairy, and yellow revolution for oilseeds, and evergreen revolution for overall development. So this has made tremendous progress in each and every sphere of human society. So the Global 100 Index India is ranked 111th out of 125 countries, and it is the highest child wasting rate at 18.7, indicating severe malnutrition. 16.6% of the population is undernourished, and women aged 15 to 24 face a high prevalence of anemia at 58.1. So this slide, just I wanted to know to show you this slide, because even if the food is surplus, but nutrition is another important point. Nutrition is another important point, because if we cannot provide the proper nutrition to the population, so it has no meaning. So far the food security is concerned, whatever food which we have made tremendous progress in food production. So now there is a threat from the climate change. This is one of the threats, not this is the only threat. This is one of the threats. Major threats may be so many things, that insects, pests, diseases. So all concerns the environment. So these are the threats for our food security. And the demand and supply of food in India is concerned. So there is a huge gap between the demand and supply in case of edible oils and pulses. But so far the rice and wheat is concerned, which are the two other major source of food, it is not so much alarming. But in case of edible oil and pulses, definitely there is a huge gap. So whatever of the production, out of the total production, the percent loss in each and every type of crop, it is ranging from 5 to 30. It is an estimate for the total average. And so for the concern is the cotton, there is a 30% total loss in the production. And in case of pulses, it is about 15% loss. Wheat, it is 5% loss. So in case of rapeseed mustard, it is 20% loss, and pulse is 15% loss. So there is a significant amount of loss is there. If the production has been increased, but loss has also been increased. And the losses are not due to the one factor, but these are the three factors which are causing the huge loss. One is the weed, insect, and diseases. If we combine the insect and diseases, goes more than 50%. It more than 50% loss of the total loss, the loss caused by the insect, pest, and diseases. So important disease and pest from here some of the examples, some of the major crops I have written. In case of paddy, this is a blast, brown spot, sheath blight, bacterial leaf blight, fruit rot. In case of maize, downy mildew, seed rot, blight, termite, and white grub. In case of wheat, bunt, smut, mite, shoot fly, and borers. In case of sorghum, downy mildew, smut. In case of pulmonate, also downy mildew and smut. Then termite and shoot fly. Then in case of oilseeds, stem rot, white rust, collar rot, bacterial blight, charcoal rot, root rot, and in case of pulses, wilt, stem rot, cotton rot. So these are the major diseases, major insect and pests, which are not occurring each and at one location, but for the entire country. These are the major pests. These are notorious diseases in microorganisms and the insect pests, which are causing huge losses. And if you see that I have given some of the examples of whitefly attacks. So the 15 farmers committed suicide. In case of the tomato, again whitefly source in Karnataka. So there was a grasshopper attack in India. So not much loss we could see, because immediate attention was given for the control of these grasshoppers in India. So for combating the nuisance of these insect pests and diseases, the Indian farmers are using the insecticides, biopesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. So, and out of these 4 type of control measures, the insecticide is being used most abundantly and the highest for making the production successful. The biopesticide contributes only 4%, herbicides 16%, and fungicides just 20%. So if you can compare the chemical and the biopesticide consumption in India, the chemical pesticides, the consumption rate is much higher than the biopesticide. Definitely, there may be so many reasons for this huge gap between the use of the chemical pesticide and the biopesticide. So many reasons are there, so many things are there that will elaborate in coming few slides. And effects of the chemical pesticide, everybody knows it. Whatever chemical pesticide we are using, it all goes to the soil and then absorbed by the crops, and it vaporized to the atmosphere and degraded by the ultraviolet, again deposited by the rainfall and comes to the soil. So this is a cycle which comes ultimately, the soil is being degraded because of the continuous use of the chemical pesticide. And there are some of the examples that multiple agencies involved in the regulation, that no coordination among them. There has been so many warnings were issued for the less use of the pesticides, less use of the insecticides. But the situation is, if the situation arises, there is no option for the farmers. The states are recommending the farmers to not to register pesticide with the central government. Unapproved pesticides being used for wheat, paddy, mango, apple, potato, cauliflower, black pepper, cardamom, tea, sugarcane, and cotton in several states. And it is again very surprising that the maximum residue limits for 59 pesticides have not been set, and those which have been set do not cover all the crops for which a pesticide has been registered. So the registration process does not have sound provisions to ensure setting of maximum residue limits. So these are the threats before us. So why biopesticides? The things come to in front of us, that why we use biopesticide, because it is safe, they are target oriented, reduce environmental pollution risk, and improve soil health. Then gaining popularity due to the desire for safe and residue-free food, play a vital role in pest management, reduce risk to animal, human, and the environment, potential to bring sustainability to global agriculture for food and feed security. So these are the reasons why we use biopesticide. And biopesticides are biochemical pesticides that are naturally occurring substances that could control the pest by non-toxic mechanisms. Biopesticides are certain types of pesticides derived from such natural materials, animals, plants, bacteria, and certain minerals. All the living organisms which are cultivated in the laboratory on large scale are used and exploited experimentally for the control of harmful organisms. And there are major three types of biopesticides are there. So one is the microbial biopesticide, second is the plant biopesticides, and third is the biochemical biopesticide. So again, if we can see the category of the biopesticides, one is the microbial, second is the biochemical, and third is the plant integrated protectants. You may call it protectants. And the subcategory for this is the microbial biopesticides, maybe from fungi, bacteria, virus, nematodes, protozoa, and microalgae. So among the bacteria, it may be a matter of the scientists who are interested, who must be in this field, must be knowing that important bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, Pseudomonas fluorescens, and Streptomonas griseoviridis. So these are the major bacteria which are used in the biopesticides. Again, the fungi, Beauveria bassiana, Trichoderma harzianum, and Metarhizium anisopli, Verticillium lecanai. So these are the important which are being used as a biopesticide in the form of products which are available in the market. And one nematode is Helicovelpa NPV and this baculovirus. So these are the viruses and nematodes which are being used as a biopesticide. Some of the botanic are also available in the market, which are known as the biochemical pesticides, and the most commonly used among them is neem pesticide, that is from Azadirachta indica. Again, some of the biopesticide available from which has been extracted from Elaeum sativa. And there are some of the insect growth regulators also, which are being used as a biopesticide, and some of the natural minerals, this diatomaceous earth, kaolin, sulfur, are also used in case of biopesticides. So plant integrated protectants, there's the BT plant, and so many other species are available in the market, which are used as a biopesticide. So my total concern for showing this slide, because apart from different biochemical biopesticide and microbial pesticide, whatever I have told you earlier, that only 4 to 5% of biopesticide is being used for controlling the different types of diseases and insects. So the 4% comprising of all these which I have shown you. So most commonly used biopesticide in Indian agriculture is the highest percentage it is given to the Trichoderma, which is 26%, then Pseudomonas fluorescens 18%, then NPV is 16%, Trichoderma species 9%, and other Trichoderma species. Of course, Trichoderma is most commonly used by pesticide in India. But other Trichoderma harzianum, and so many other species are also being used for the preparation of the biopesticide in the country. The neem-based insecticide, 8%, Beauveria bassiana, 8%, then Azadirachtin indica, this is 6%, Then Verticillium lecanii and Bacillus thuringiensis is 4%. So the most consumed biopesticide comprised of all these biopesticides which are available in the market in the country for controlling various types of insect pests and diseases. Area under cultivation and use of this biopesticide, if we can compare with the chemical pesticide, definitely it is very low still after so many years. If you could see the red graph is for this chemical pesticide and green is just for biopesticide. So what are the applications? Biopesticide or biofertilizers or biopesticides are being used as a in the form of bioproducts. So what does it, how it manages? It improves the nutrient proximity to soil and crop yield. It fixes the atmospheric nitrogen in soil for plant utilization, acts as a phosphate scavengers of soil, then promote growth by producing phytohormones and plant metabolites. It also improves soil fertility by organic decomposition, increase the resistance to the pests and pathogens on plants, and solubilize phosphates of Fe, Ca, and Al to available forms. So these are the applications of the biopesticide. So steps in the production and evaluation. So steps is not very important. The important thing that how we are using, which type of biopesticide we are using. If it is a microbial, definitely the soil compost or droughts animal shed, then it is isolated from these different things and it goes to the in case of mode of action, it is isolated for making a dual culture on agar bed diffusion, and this then it in controlled environment and field condition, and it is being preserved for the developing into the growth. Then after purification, the formulation is being prepared, and after the formulation is prepared, then it is applied in the field. So these are the steps in case of the microbial biopesticides. So how it is available in the market? The source is microbial and biochemical. Important, the crops are the group of crops is grain, seed, fruits, and vegetables. And how it is applied? It is a soil spray, seed treatment, foliar spray, but most abundantly it is being used as a soil spray. And the products are the bioherbicides, biofungicides, or the bioinsecticides. And the categories are already described, that microbial biopesticide, plant-based biopesticide, biochemical pesticides, and is available in the liquid or dry form. So the popular companies operating the global market, the Syngenta in Switzerland, BASF of Germany, Bayer, Germany, Netherlands, then Background Biopharma, California, BioWorks of New York, Valent Bioscience. So different companies are involved. UPL Limited in India, and Syngenta, Monsanto. So many firms are there in the country also, which are providing the safe use of biopesticide. They are producing it, but still the rate of adoption by the farmers is very slow. So there are so many challenges. So challenges before coming to the challenges, I just wanted to tell you that the world production and utilization of biopesticides are increasing at a rapid rate. The interest in organic farming and pesticide residue-free agriculture produce would certainly warrant increased adoption of biopesticides by the farmers. Training on production and quality control to the manufacturers, and organizational training to the extension workers and farmers to popularize biopesticides may be essential for a better adoption of this technology. As environmental safety is a global concern, we need to create awareness among the farmers, manufacturers, government agencies, policymakers, and the common man to switch over to the biopesticides for pest management requirements. It is also believed that biological pesticides may be less vulnerable to genetic variations in plant populations that causes problems related to pesticide resistance. If deployed appropriately, biopesticides have the potential to bring sustainability to global agriculture for food and feed security. So these are the important things. Before coming to the challenge, I just wanted to tell you. And what are the challenges? High cost, inconsistent performance on field, shorter shelf life. This is one of the biggest factors, shorter shelf life, and delayed results. Results are not very frequent. So you have to use these biopesticides year after year, and after 3 or 4 years of regular application, the results have started coming. In 1 year or 2 years, you cannot differentiate that this biopesticide is being effective or not effective. Then lack of large-scale production facilities, it is still not available in the country. So some of the firms have started the large-scale production, but they are limited to the particular area only. Registration process again is time-consuming and expensive. Of course, this is less popular. The commercial production of botanical pesticide is more expensive than chemical pesticide, and lack of awareness and confidence in farmers, because the biopesticide could not show the results, which is very interesting to the farmers, which are so that the farmer can be interested. Because I have told you that it is a very slow performer. So unreliable supply of inconsistent performance. So all are the challenges. Research in production, formulation, and delivery may greatly assist in commercialization of biopesticide. More research is needed towards integrating biological agents into the production system, improving capability of developing countries to manufacture and use biopesticide. At the same time, it is also required to encourage public-funded programs, commercial investors, and pesticide companies to take up biopesticide enterprise. Equally important is the development of a strict regulatory mechanism to maintain the quality and availability of the biopesticide at affordable cost in the developing countries. Thus, various aspects of biopesticide covering the current status, constraints, prospects, and regulatory networks towards their effective utilization for the benefit of humankind need to be reviewed regularly. And despite this, many challenges facing the adoption of biopesticide, there still remains suitable alternatives to the conventional pesticides. Use of synthetic chemicals has raised numerous concerns due to the negative effects on the environmental, human health, natural enemies, and ecosystem balance. But some of the active ingredients of synthetic pesticides have been found to be carcinogenic, thus posing a threat to human life. Biopesticide offers better alternative to synthetic pesticide due to their low toxicity, biodegradability, and low persistence in the environment. The base material for all these type of biopesticides are readily available and inexpensive, but data on the toxicity level, chemistry, active compounds, and their compatibility with other methods of pest and disease management is needed to aid in formulation and commercialization. Globally, researchers have conducted studies on the effectiveness of natural plant protection products, with significant results being from in vitro experiments. There are also studies on effectiveness of biopesticide under controlled environments and field conditions with varying results. Further, research is recommended to close the gaps in formulation of biopesticide. Stable products under field conditions will be a guarantee of utter effectiveness of biopesticide in crop pest management. So researchers should therefore work together with engineers in the government and industry as well as farmers to provide stable, durable formulation of biopesticide. So the new mode of action is required for a successful market of the biopesticide. Then in case of target strategy, multi-target strategy should have to be developed. There may be some nanoformulations. So far nanoformulation is concerned, the rapid biodegradability of bioinsecticide has advantages and disadvantages. Bioinsecticides may rapidly degrade in the environment, but will have shorter half-lives, reducing their bioavailability. Recent studies indicates that the bioinsecticide encapsulated in nanoparticles have high stability against degradation and can be released to the environment in a controlled manner. And we have to focus on easy delivery also and non-toxic to other microbes. This we have to keep in our mind as a future prospects of the biopesticides. So way forward, factors promoting the biopesticide market, it should be a broad spectrum activity, not to the confined limited spectrum activity, and ease in availability. So this is one of the second, these are the constraints which we could see in the last 20 to 30 years for the commercialization of the biopesticide, for the adoption of the biopesticide by the farmers. So these were the constraints seen. This we have to resolve. The consistent field performance, then low cost of the product because biopesticides are costly. So it must be of low cost. Awareness among the users, better delivery system is one of the important factor because it is not being readily available each and every place of the country. So and reframing registration and regulation policies because it could almost take 4 to 5 years for getting a product being registered. And of course, their shelf life must be longer because all the biopesticides which are available in the country have a smaller shelf life, not more than about a year. So in case of the chemical pesticides or some other pesticides are there, so which have a much longer shelf life. So these are the factors which promotes the biopesticide market in the country. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to discuss some of the things for expanding the market of the biopesticide in the country. And still the biopesticide market is still in its infancy stage, but we have to popularize it. We have to give more important because ultimately whatever the advantages we have described here, enormous, there is no threat. So ultimately we have to, in coming days, most likely to depend upon the biopesticide in comparison to the chemical pesticide or anything else. Thank you very much.
यदि किसी को कोई डाउट है तो आप चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हैं, मैं सर को क्वेश्चन बता दूंगा। चैट बॉक्स ओपन है, जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स की यदि कोई क्वेरी है, यदि कोई डाउट है और वो पूछना चाहते हैं तो चैट बॉक्स में लिख दीजिए, मैं पढ़ के सर को बताऊंगा और सर उसका रिप्लाई करेंगे।
स्टॉप करना, स्टॉप से नहीं, इसमें ये स्क्रीन
शेयर करना पड़ सकता है।
क्वेश्चन सर एक पार्टिसिपेंट्स का है
जी,
कि may you please explain a little in depth about nanotechnology?
Because there not much has been done in the country about the nanotechnology. Still, exception is there because some of the bioinsecticide was encapsulated in nanoparticles, and which has performed very good. But still, these researches are still in the initial stages of the development. So, not much aware about all these things, nanoparticles.
Sir, nice presentation, very good presentation. लोग लिख रहे हैं. Sir, if possible, kindly share PPT. लोग लिख
Yes.
रहे हैं.
I'll see you. I will send you.
ठीक. Sir, how will we? कहाँ जा रहा है क्वेश्चन ये? Sir, how will be the future market of biopesticides and biofertilizers?
I've already explained all these things because of future of the biopesticide market is very good and we have to use it because there is no alternative than to use the biopesticide because other are threatening to our climate and environment and the soil. So many things are there. So they are degrading the soil. They are disturbing the climate. But the only solution is the biopesticide. Biopesticide market is very good. In coming days, we have to give more emphasis with more attention towards the development of the biopesticides.
जी, कुछ पीएचडी छात्र लिख रहे हैं सर. पीएचडी छात्र लिख रहे हैं. पीपीटी
Yes.
बहुत उपयोगी है. यदि संभव हो तो सर हमें शेयर करने का कष्ट करें.
Definitely, we will share it.
जी.
Okay.
As biopesticide cost is high, so how it will support in controlling, reducing cost of cultivation?
No, biopesticide rates are high, but I have not said that it cannot be bring down to the easily accessible. The only thing is the biopesticide are slow performer because in 1 year you can see there is some difference in the results, but you need to support it with your result for conducting experiments for 2 to 3 years at least for 3-4 years. So the cost is not very concerned. There are some of the local available residue material is available in the country, which can be used as a base material for developing this biopesticide. So in coming days, in coming years, so cost of pesticide will not be a problem. The only thing there's the two important things are there. One is the shelf life, and second, the availability of the biopesticide, freely available of the biopesticide in the local market, which may be accessible to the farmers.
Sir, please tell the ill effect of using biopesticide with few examples.
There is no ill effect. How can you say it ill effects? It is always helping the soil. It is helping the environment. There is no ill effect of this biopesticide.
जी. Sir, there are a lot of companies producing biopesticides and plant-based products.
Yes.
How can we ensure the quality of these biopesticides?
It all depends upon the manufacturer, because if the quality is not concerned, the result will not come. If the quality is not being maintained, you will not find any result. So there are so many examples in the past also. That is why it could not become the popular among the farmers, because whatever pesticide they are purchasing from the market, it is totally fake material. So because of all these hurdles and things, it is one of the most important reasons that it could not gain the popularity among the farmers.
Sir, what is the exact cost of registration of biopesticide?
It's so many things are involved in the registration, because the registration is not one thing that you have developed some strain at your place and go on for registration. There is a lot of things are required. Then insecticidal properties required. Then toxicity data, you have to collect it. Then your product have to be deposited in the gene bank, microbial bank. Then after it is confirmed, and for so many field experiments are required to be conducted, what strain you have developed. So it all takes about 3 to 4 years time. And so far money is concerned, the amount is concerned, it comes to about for getting all toxicological data and the registration, about 30 lakhs rupees is involved, roughly around this.
Sir, what is the future scope of Pseudomonas fluorescens in biocontrol of pesticides?
Definitely, a lot of things. There is a good scope. I have not used that because I was confined with the trichoderma. So it has its own value, and there are so many diseases which are causing the bacterial diseases, especially the Pseudomonas is helping a lot by pesticide made from the Pseudomonas.
जी
I had not worked
Does,
on that. I have worked on the trichoderma only. Yes.
जी. Does it possible of adverse effect of trichoderma or other fungi on long terms?
No, there is no case at all.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for excellent talk, sir. Farmers always want fast result. Nice
Okay.
information, sir.
So,
Among biopesticide, which one is best for sucking pest and which one is best for larvae?
which one is best for?
Sucking pest, sucking pest, and
I've
which one
told
is
you
best
that
for larvae?
I told you that I have not worked on insects. I have worked on diseases only,
Okay,
and we
okay,
have
sir.
used trichoderma.
जी, जी.
So it would be better you consult the some of the reference
Pathologist, entomologist,
entomologist.
entomologist, entomologist. जी. Sir,
Okay.
which biopesticide would you recommend for aphids?
For
For aphids, which is in Ladakh, since we aspire to be organic by 2025.
I don't know because I have not used for the.
जी जी very nice and information presentation. Thank you, sir. Can
Okay.
we do farming from sowing to harvest without using any chemical pesticide? I think ये भी एक entomology का question है.
Definitely.
जी जी जी.
But we have to rely upon the biopesticides in coming future.
हम्म
This is the only solution for the farmers to get it off their insect pests and diseases damage to a great extent.
जी. What can be the strategies to promote biofertilizers or biopesticides through government?
I've already explained you all these things. What are the strategy to promote the biopesticide products in the market? And I've already explained. If you,
जी
I
जी.
will share my
ये
slide.
PPT. Okay, हाँ ये सही रहेगा सर.
You
जी
will
जी जी.
be able to get all these answers. I tried my level best to compile some of the important informations only because I do not want to go in depth
हाँ.
research because
जी
it is
जी
not very much acceptable to the viewers.
जी जी जी. सर ये बहुत अच्छा रहेगा कि आप काइंडली पीपीटी मुझे शेयर कर दीजिएगा. मैं
Definitely.
पार्टिसिपेंट के साथ शेयर कर दूंगा.
I will ask my concerned person to he will share because I'm not very
टेक
intelligent
से भी.
about the use of the
हाँ हाँ
computers.
हाँ हाँ.
In the initial just 2-3 minutes, we could not find it very easy to get it done properly.
जी जी जी.
Okay,
थैंक यू. जी जी.
thank you very much, sir.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. आपने ज्वाइन किया, लेक्चर दिया. बहुत बहुत
Okay.
धन्यवाद. और आगे भी हमारे विश्वविद्यालय को आपका सहयोग मिलता रहेगा.
Definitely. I will be there. Dr. Arvind Shukla is once again, I thank him that he has given me this opportunity. And really, in coming future, if I'll get an opportunity, I would like to come over there and give not online but offline lecture.
जी सर, हम एक इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस भी सर कर रहे हैं 28-29 दिसंबर में.
Okay.
जी जी जी. आपका विश्वविद्यालय सर उसके कोलैबोरेशन में भी है.
हाँ, I know that.
जी जी जी. तो सर आपका सहयोग चाहिए होगा सर.
Thank you very much.
जी. थैंक यू सो मच सर. गुड नाइट सर.
Good
थैंक
night.
यू.
Good night.
बंद हो गया?
मैं फिर कर दूं. Okay.
नहीं स्टॉप मतलब हो गया बंद?
एक हफ्ता का
बंद कर दूंगा?
स्टॉप कर दूंगा. कहाँ